Season 6. The worst season ever. Season 6 was a great season, but not for the Battle Pass. Season 6, Battle Pass wasn't great. Like, Fable, DJ Yonder, none of those were good skins. I mean, you have to admit. But, like, it was a very good turn point for Epic Games, because everybody liked this season, and it was just a great season because it introduced new stuff and it had an interesting storyline. But that's not the case, what I think. What I think is that the Season 6 Battle Pass was pretty trash. And yeah, that's like all I have to say. It was a bad season. But the bugs, there was a lot of them, but you know, most of them got fixed, so I like that. But what didn't get fixed was how boring the season was after Kevin exploded. Like, first you had all the stuff going on with the cube, Fort Nightmares, all of that shtick. But really, it just wasn't cool. Like, then we have a Leaky Lake, and then the season just got boring. We have the really nice, peaceful place. No zombies, no anything. Like, they'd add a new weapon or two a couple times, but now it's just like nothingness. And you know, I still like the season because it's, like I said, a turn point for Epic. But everybody was trashing on anybody who's like, oh, Fortnite players are trash, dude. Oh my god, dude. Oh, I'm amazing. Blah 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 blah. No, but Fortnite Season 6 was a great season. I liked it. Except for the Battle Pass, and it just got boring. I think Season 6 was the worst season, though. I liked it, but I didn't like it. Season 5, everybody hated for some reason, even though I didn't see that. I was like, really? I like that season, and I just don't get it. But for Season 6, they didn't really change much, and it was just kind of boring. Like, in this clip, I'm going to Leaky Lake over here right now. Like, unless you have a Port of Fortress, you can't make it fun. Or if there's a lot of people. It just doesn't work great, with anything. But the pets were a nice, little introduction. There's a thing with Fortnite where they would just add, like, a small thing, and then they wouldn't add anything, game-changing until they would add a new gun or something. But still, it just wasn't a really hard work season, I feel. Though I may be wrong about that, because you have to be a really good animator and a really good person, good at editing, designing, and how the game's code works. So I feel like me just not giving it a fair thing doesn't really work well with it, because nobody gives credit to Epic. Like, they're just like, fix your game, Epic, this is trash, stop it, oh my god. But really, I think they had to put a lot of time and effort into it. Just to me, as a critic, it just feels like it wasn't a hard work season. But Season 7, on the other hand, I feel like they're gonna work extra hard on it with a new snow biome that's supposedly coming in the Christmas. But enough about the bugs and why I didn't like this season. Let's talk about the theme. Fortnite always has a theme to it. I'm not saying it's a bad theme, but it's just a it's just a weird theme. Like, season 2 was Knights and Castles. That was a cool season because I felt like I wanted to play it, not that I need to play it. Season 3 was Astronaut, which I thought was pretty cool, and it was like game changing, because they added a lot of stuff. But then season 4 was like alien or superhero theme more. It was more superhero theme, and I like that. They added a lot of new stuff. But then season 5, it didn't really have a theme. It just was kind of Norse. I would say the theme is Norse. Then season 6 had the Halloween theme, which I thought was cool, but the only thing Halloween-y about it was dusk and like dire. But then like calamity. It just didn't really follow up to the spookiness. It was kind of more on the direct approach of that's an actual scary monster, not anybody dressing up in a costume. Like season 4, it was superheroes, but it was like acting superheroes. In the cutscenes or the loading screens, they had like them on set drinking like tea and stuff. And I thought that was really cool, but then this is just kind of like literal monsters and not actual like this is Halloween, we should treat it like that. And then I'm only talking in the Battle Pass skins. We already know that none of them were that good, and that's why don't like them. But then there's also the item shop skins. I can't really think of any right off the bat, but I would say that a couple of them, like Moth Bando, well, it's not the best skin, but I like the skin. I would have bought it, but I just didn't have enough money. And then there's a couple other skins like the Boy Dusk. That was a pretty cool skin, and I would have bought it if I had enough money. And season 6, I wouldn't say it's the worst season, though it was a okay season. It's just, I know there's a lot of mixed signals here, but it wasn't the best season, but it wasn't the worst, even though I thought it was the worst, or I think it's the worst. It's a lot to take in, but I'm just ranting on about how I didn't like the season. But what I'm really trying to do is go out for the outcome of Season 7. That's going to be a really fun season, I feel. As long as Fortnite makes a big change to their game, make it snowy, there's more interactive stuff, make it just more interactive. Like, right now it feels kind of stiff, like the controls. Like, instead of having snowboards is what they're gonna have in the season, they just have like traps, and then the controls feel like really stiff and glitchy, and I don't really like that. But season 7 has a lot to come, and a lot to prove up to. So, anyway, leave me your thoughts. See if you thought season 6 was the worst, or season 6 was the best. Leave in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Well, anyway, I'll see you guys later.